Gillette Stadium. It's the Wednesday morning prior to Super Saturday at the home of the New England Patriots, as captains and coaches from the 12 teams competing for state championships gather for Media Day. Among them, Coach Ken LaChapelle and the Northbridge Rams, who have amassed over 300 wins and 10 Super Bowl titles under his reign. 3 days from now, they'll square off in the first ever MIA Division V state championship against the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders from Eastern Mass.
We went down to Gillette yesterday for a team breakfast, and then they gave us a tour and gave us all the information needed for the mechanics of running the game, the logistics.
Breakfast was provided, and the captains representing each team took part in a coin flip to decide who would be the designated home and away squads. Before getting a tour of the stadium, they were also given a few words of inspiration by New England Patriots Hall of Fame linebacker Andre Tippett.
I was fortunate to play in two state championships in New Jersey, and to this day, I still hold that dear to my heart. You guys are going to hold that dear to your heart. Lose, win, or draw, it is something that you're going to always be able to look back on and say that you guys were the first, or you guys were that team that year, and you'll always be able to hold on to that and promote that and cherish that. And you're going to cherish the relationships that you have with your coaches. You captains, I want you guys to do something for me. I want you to remind the freshmen, the sophomores, and the juniors what it took to get here today. You remind them of that, because nothing is promised. We don't know what's going to happen next year. You don't know what you're going to look like. You can speculate, you can assume, you can do all those things, but we know football. And the game is about tackling and catching, and there's injuries, and there's so many things that go into this game, this great game that we love. And I want you to remind those guys what it took to get here.
From there, the tour of the stadium begins, but not before a quick photo op.
Hey, can you make it look like you have a neck? Please stretch it out. Flex in every picture. Oh, you don't have to flex.
It was pretty exciting to get down on the field, to actually stand down there and realize that we're going to play on it. And one thing that's amazing, we do know there are all those bleachers over there, those 80,000 seats or whatever they have, but somehow the 100 yards seem longer at Gillette than it does at Northbridge High School. So, and then to think that those big mammoths play on that same size field, that's it is amazing. But it was a great feeling, and I know my kids tweeted some stuff back, they sent some pictures back, and all the kids are pretty excited about going and playing at Gillette.
I got a couple.
Thank you.
You took it. Huh? Tell us.
Not a lot of hair going on.
This experience like no other. We've been fortunate enough to play in, a bunch of Super Bowls. The past 5 years we've been to the Super Bowl, but it's, nothing like this. State championship first year with the new playoff system, not sure in the beginning of the season, how it was going to be, how it was going to play out, but, to be at this point, to be, one of the top 12 teams out of the state for, high school football, it's a pretty big deal. And playing at, Gillette Stadium where the Patriots play, all these other great teams, it's a great feeling.
Well, you could see the smile on their face when they stepped on it. They realized we had to walk down a ramp, and on the ramp we were seeing the Patriots practice. So you got that closeness of seeing the Patriots practice and realize this is their home field. So they had some smiles on their face, and I'm sure it's going to all happen again when the rest of my team steps on that field at approximately 7:30 on Saturday night.
Thursday afternoon, it's back to work for the Rams as they begin one of their final practices on the campus of Worcester State University before their matchup with Bishop Fenwick.
Practice preparing for Bishop Fenwick would be no different than preparing for anyone else. The first thing and foremost is we want to make sure this is a memorable week for our players. In specifically preparing for Bishop Fenwick, then we go down to the specifics. However, we try to make this so everyone has a good time, a certain amount of fun so that they'll remember it. Will someone help him? He's having a tough time. Got a flat tire. We just took 2 timeouts to get you a flat tire fixed. Practices for us is, you know, it's not tremendous amount of discipline. I'm kind of a scatter. I will sometimes write a scripted play, and then before you know it, I've changed it just because of basically what I see out there. We're a little more disciplined on the defense, but on the offensive side, we're kind of loose when we go out there. And I think it meets the attitude of the team and what is needed. And again, sometimes practices change as the year goes on. You get a little more comfortable with everything you're doing, and it somewhat makes it easier. But no, I'm not one of those strictly disciplined. You just look on my desk and you can see that's how my play sheet is too.
Being the Northbridge coach since 1976 and a mainstay in the community comes with some interesting opportunities for Coach LaChapelle. Among them, getting to coach your grandson, sophomore quarterback Kobe Schofer. The young gunslinger has already begun carving a legend for himself after tossing the game-winning touchdown with 25 seconds to go in the Division V Central West State semifinal.
Well, first of all, I did coach 3 of my boys, and it's a lot different coaching your sons than coaching your grandchildren. Typically, anyone out there who's a grandparent will know you never say no to your grandkids, but you can always say no to your kids. And that's sort of been the mantra here.
Oh, it's fun. I mean, I love him. He's a great coach. He's a great guy, and I love what he does with the team. He really knows what he's doing.
You got to be ready sooner, Cole. You're on the break. If not, then check right back. They're not in our way, Brian. Yeah. That's my way of telling him what to do over there. It's exciting, but also it has some little drawbacks, and sometimes it's all in perception. But I wouldn't have it in any other way. But I've come to grips with it. I'm first a grandfather, then I'm the coach.
As practice concludes, the day isn't over as the team fulfills a tradition as old as any other in Coach LaChapelle's tenure. Each time the Rams are competing for a Super Bowl title, the team is treated Thursday night to hot dogs at the renowned Coney Island in Worcester.
Good job, good practice. All right, when we go to Coney Island, let the seniors go first, the first time. Then you get in line like everyone else. One of the coaches will be at the front of the line. Let anybody else coming in for their business, just let them cut you guys. Be respectful. Don't do anything stupid. Have a good time. Let's enjoy ourselves over there. But keep in mind, you represent the football team, you represent Northbridge, you represent mom and dad. You understand what I'm saying? So in terms of your pads, obviously you're going to take them off, leave your stuff in the bus. Anything else you might think?
There really is no glory in eating 50 hot dogs. No. All you're going to do is be sick tomorrow. No one's going to erect a statue for you, and you're probably going to make a mess of your bathroom.
Coney Island is one of, if you're not familiar with that, it's a hot dog place. We call it a dive. They might be insulted by that, but I think everyone in the state of Massachusetts has their name carved in their wall, and I don't think they would dare take any scratches off that wall, but that gives it its character. And anyone from the town, from the valley, when you're heading to Worcester, you make sure it's not a Tuesday, because that's when they're closed, and you make that effort to go to Coney Island. It's just one of those hot dog places. It's the kind of place you could go in and there's 40 people in line and you get your hot dogs within 2 minutes. You know, they just rifle them out. We've been going there, this is, I don't know, maybe 7th, 8th time we've done this, and we've always made it a big thing. It's just one of those fun things we do, and the kids look forward to it. We let them know about the Coney Island trip, and even Channel 3 local coverage from Worcester will come in, and Andy and Kevin Shea will come in and cover it, and it's just a fun time. Even the Water Boys are going to be there tonight, and it's just fun.
Well, coming to Coney Island's a great tradition for us. I mean, I've done it 4 years in a row. I was lucky enough to have that experience, and it's just a great atmosphere. We fill up the entire place, and we just have a blast. I mean, some kids attempt to eat 20 hot dogs, and then other of us just have one. It's just a great time. It's a great experience, team bonding, and right before the Super Bowl. It's a fun time.
Super Saturday brings a slate of 6 games to Gillette Stadium. Action begins at 9 a.m., but the Rams won't take the field for another 11 hours after the opening kickoff. The late start isn't ideal for Coach Lashiko.
Well, one of the bad parts about playing the last game is what their mental state will be because they're waiting all day. I know I do not wait well. You got to stay busy during the day. Hopefully, they'll get a good night's sleep. That's the one good thing about not having to leave at 6 in the morning. They'll get a good rest. And maybe what they'll do is, and we're going to suggest that they sit in front of the TV, watch some of the other games. We have an 8 o'clock game. We're planning on leaving at 5:30, and hopefully everyone will be geared up and ready. We know one way or another, this is the last hurrah for the seniors, and we collect equipment after. So we're ready. We're ready to play. We're ready to accept whatever the results are. We're just going to implore our kids to play hard.
As it turns out, kickoff between the Rams and Crusaders is pushed back even later due to the number of games that ran longer than the 2 to 2.5 hour window set for them. The teams both make the best of it, with some final preparations before game time.
Well, we're in the bubble, and the last or 5th game is in the second half. So it's great that we can warm up here, but we're also in one of those situations where we're sort of waiting. And I've been told we'll be told to go to a place and hurry up and wait. So everything's on a time schedule. I think it's important that we as teams just adjust to what's going on, and that's the important thing, and not lose sight of what we're doing here, why we're here, and don't fret about the little things. When it comes down to it, we'll all take the field at the same time, the kickoff will happen, and we'll start, and everything will be back to normal.
To help speed things along, all the teams decide to coin flip inside the practice bubble.
Here's the sword, which means you're going to defer, which means you want the ball, which means what goal would you like to do? Oh, wait a minute. Wait until we go out. Okay, so at least we know what we're doing. They're deferring. You'll be getting the ball to start the game.
First play, we're going to leave the sideline, and we're going to get into a Goofus 5. Don't get in your stance. We're going to shift from Goofus 5 to twin stack dash fee special. That's the first play no matter where we are. Understood?
Yes, Coach.
All right? Don't go into a 2-point stance. Stay in a 2-point stance, then shift to the stack, okay? We'll come off the sideline, just so you know that. And if I go tight spread, 3 motion, who goes in motion? If I go tight stack, 4 motion, who goes in motion? Okay, just talking. Okay, enough.
right now. This is what we've been working since August 19th. Let's go. Everything. Leave it on the field. How do you want to be remembered? Right here. Be remembered as a state champion. Let's go. Everything we got. Everything to take right now. Come out right now. Let's go. Hands on three. 1, 2, 3.
For Northbridge, the game does not start as intended.
Hey, our ball! Go ahead. All right, Kobe, go ahead, go. Get ready. Huh?
You want crack?
Did you crack?
No.
No, we could have done it either way. And, you know, he's got to get his guy out of there. I know. He's got to think. What coverage? Man? How did Dowd cover him?
He's in the slot. He's in the slot. He takes off down the field.
Hey, we still got 4 quarters left. Don't get down. Start driving right now. We can move the ball. Let's go. It's go time.
Hey, they bleed just like us. Let's go. Come on, O-line. Let's go. We need you. Hey, we need you, O-line.
We got you guys. Come on.
Listen, here we go.
8, 2, 5. Got it?
Let's get this. Let's get this. Hey, we're silent.
Come on, D!
Let's go. Make a play.
Regular.
Hey, did they just see what they did?
Gonna do a gate or something?
And those guys just stood there. Hey, Jerome! Hey! Come on, guys, let's go. We can put a drive together. Let's get on the scoreboard. Let's make something happen right now.
Let's go. Remember the thing, if we go to a 4, how bad do you want it, boys? Receiver, right now, you're going to do that slot. Okay? Right?
Out of bounds! Come on, throw it! That wasn't even close. He took a shot, he was going out of bounds. Protect the player. Hey! Get us, run the 3! You're too slow! Yeah! Jesus Christ.
The half ends with a somewhat demoralizing but still manageable 14-0 deficit.
We don't have time for this. Give it your all.
We're just getting out tough. Hey, keep the water off the ground. Hey, we're just getting out tough. That's all it is. Plain and simple.
All right, guys, look it. We've been in this position before. All right? We're only down 14. It's not insurmountable. But I'm going to tell you right now, you are being toasted up there. Our strength. And they're getting in there much too easy. Now they've decided they don't need to be in a 4. They're settling in a 3. Now they're twisting. Am I right? They're just not coming right on you. Listen, if we can't run a simple wedge read, all right, there goes our game plan. Then we've got to start firing the ball. And then it puts us not where we want to be. O-line, we've counted on you all year. We've got to get back to some of the basics that we do, and we do well. But they're out-quicking us and out-toughing us. Make no bones about it. Do not leave this game without giving the best effort you possibly can. And now's the time to do it. Have we been down before by a couple touchdowns? Yes, we have. Seems like every game is right, like Coach said. Hey, dig down deep, guys. Dig down deep. Seniors, no matter what, this is your last half. We need you, O-line. We need you. Got it?
Defense, you know your assignments. Get them done. I'm tired of getting pushed around out there. I'm tired of them running all over us. It's our turn to shove it in their face. Offense, step up. That's all I gotta say.
Stop. You need to stop right now. You need to stop right now. And then things go from there. Ready?
We're not going to win this game if we let things like that happen. They can't just run it down our throat. Can't expect to win like that. Come on, boys. Everything we got.
Time to
How do you
turn
want
this
to be
game
remembered?
around.
Do you want to walk off as a state finalist or a state champion? Come on, let's bring it home. Everything we got right now. Every damn play. Let's go! Let's go! 1, 2, 3. Yes!
Unfortunately for the Rams, the second half begins right where the first half left off.
We're in man coverage. Man coverage.
I still want to see it.
Counter again.
We can still get Kobe and Smith.
Well, we haven't yet, Jess. Punt! Punt! Kobe, throw it away! Just, you're out of the pocket, throw it away! Don't take the sack! Why take the hit? Just give it off tackle.
We're slanting into that.
Down 28 points late in the fourth quarter, Northbridge fights to save face, but even their final drive ends with an all too familiar outcome.
Coach, great season.
You have an excellent team, very quick. You all played us, you all toughed us.
Good job.
They're good, especially in the secondary, boy. They really came up nice. Good job.
It was good players.
This was an outstanding day of football. Congratulations to both teams in reaching the state championship line. At this time, we'd like to ask the head coach and captains from Northbridge High School to please step forward and receive the Division 5 State Finalist Trophy.
Kenny, congratulations. Nice job.
Great season, guys. It's a great season, guys. Great season.
Hold up, guys.
And now at this time, we'd like to ask the head coach and the captains from the Division 5 State Champions, Mr.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, guys.
Guys, congratulations. Coach, congratulations. Boys, nice job.
Well, there's a sense of relief. We've had a long season. We had a little bit of up and down and the long wait for today. So there's a moment of relief that its season's over. Now we can move on to what's next. There is some disappointment at this point in time. I know my kids are down a little bit, but I'm very proud of what they've accomplished this year. And we started the year off 1-2, and we were floundering at that point in time, and then we rattled off 9 straight wins. So overall, when we keep it in perspective, we had a good year.
Let's go. Bring it in a little, guys. Bring it in a little. First and foremost, guys, I'm proud of the season you had. Never would I have guessed we would have got 10 games. I'm very proud of how our team played, responded as the year went along, and very proud to be here with you guys. The truth is we got beat by a better team today. They out-quicked us, out-toughed us. It's not like we didn't play hard. I felt we played very hard. Proud of you for doing that, showing some class out here. That's a very good team, and don't be ashamed of that. And for all of you who are not seniors, our goal is to come back next year, in the year after, etc., etc. You have to keep that goal and keep that thought in mind. Let's come back. Seniors, thank you. Coaches?
Seniors, you're done. Okay, you had a good run. So there's nothing for you. You guys need to stop being upset. Hold your head up. Underclassmen, you want to be back here this time next year. Weight room's open Monday after school. Okay, you have to put the work in to change the outcome. Monday after school, off season starts right away. Okay.
All right.
You guys can't be ghosts and then show up here and expect to have the outcome be differently.
Okay, seniors, one more last time, bring it together, and then we got to get all the stuff off the sideline.
Bring it up. Hey, underclassmen, I suggest you get in the weight room. It makes a difference. It really does.
You don't want to be here.
You want to come back here. You want to make another statement next year. Let's go, boys. Bring it up. One last time.
Hell of a season, boys.
Hell of a game, boys.
Good job,
We
boys.
gave it our all. Let's go head up high.
Loud and proud. Revs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Revs!